So I found a good example of a Honda Ridgeline with a broken window, and I'm going to show you how to remove this trim so you can install our part. So up on top there's this cap right here. You have to remove that, and there's a 10mm nut underneath there that you have to unbolt.
Gotta unplug these.
There, and that frees up the face of the slider, so we can now prep the opening to install the part, and then you just reassemble. So there's a Phillips screw in this trunk light. You gotta do that. And then that allows you to free up this side panel. All right.
That pretty much just snaps off.
All right, now that we've shown you how to remove the top panel and the sail panel to get at this, you have to remove this plastic covering that's on the back of the cab here. It's a number 40's torque. You need to take the top 3 out and loosen the bottom 3 so you can tilt it out and get some access to this. Once you've done that, you need to prepare your opening by knocking all your loose glass free. We had this here in the junkyard. You can use a hammer, you can use a pair of channel locks. Knock these small pieces off. If you want to take the time and break that all down real good, you can do that. You don't have to. Once you have that prepared and everything's cleaned up and you're ready for assembly, you're going to take your brake clean and you're going to clean the outside of this frame so that it's prepared to accept urethane primer. There's also a rain lip along the bottom that you can see that sticks out here, and we've trimmed it off. See this lip right here? Well, we trimmed it off over here so the glass will lay more flush. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some primer which comes in with our urethane that we supply. You're going to shake this real good for about 60 seconds, and then you're going to take and you're going to push it down and twist. I heard it open up. Be real careful. If you get any of this primer on you, brake clean will clean it off. You can see the pad filling. And then we're just going to primer this opening. And this will create a bond so that our window sticks. Once this flashes off and it's dry, we'll run a bead of urethane on there and we'll set our window. One more thing I want you to do is there's a metal component to the cab that runs here, and there's a gap here. I want you to clean this off so that tape will stick to it, and that'll become more evident with what I'm going to do there when we come back. Alright, once you have your urethane bead run, you're ready to install. You got to have your tape handy. The urethane is very viscous and will grab onto the glass and stay put, but it will slide if you're not careful. Okay, we're ready to install. I've got my tape at the ready. We've run our bead. Try and run a continuous bead. Any place you start and stop, make sure there's no gaps or it will leak. And what I do is I try to set the upper corner. I'm going to set the lower corner today though. Absolutely have to go at the bottom. I'm going to dip it right into the urethane so it helps hold it. And I did miss a little bit, but we can always adjust it. Alright, you can see through the glass and you can see the urethane, so you know you have contact. I've pressured this into place, and then you're going to take and put a piece of tape right here. That's going to keep it from sliding down. And then we'll do the same thing over here. You want to keep your urethane bead to the inside of the cab. Put a piece of tape on like this. And by taping it like this, the glass can't shift. One last push to get it in. And then when you put this back together, just draw this up. Don't over tighten this against the glass. You may also want to take a grinder and trim this a little bit because it is sticking out 60 thousandths, but it should be okay. Just don't over tighten your bolts. Put Loctite on them and just snug them. That includes the Honda Ridgeline. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at bradsautoglass.com.